Well, folks, it's been quite a while since I've done an update, this type of update. And, it's almost halfway through the year. Boy, it goes fast. I don't know where it goes. Anyway, I got my May hydro bill. It comes in the middle of June because they're slow at doing it, right? And, not, it's like it should be $38. I didn't use much in June, 424 kilowatt hours. Oh, that was what I expected. Not half as well, about half as good as last year. Last June I made 1,500 kilowatt hours, and this June I only made 1138. I'm talking June. Yeah, June is when I read it. May is when I made it. Last, you can see there, I made 1138. That's my Enphase report, and then last May I made 1,517. So a lot sunnier last year than this year, and that's no secret. It's raining again today. There it is out there, raining away. I'm not drawing in much today. Let's just see what I can find here. Boy, I've got a lot of stuff open here. There it is there. This is today's amazing profit here of, well, actually I'm charging with AC right now. It's that bad. 44 amps coming. This is on my little backup system, but I wasn't going to talk about that today. I was going to talk about my Enphase system. So, sorry boys, get this straight here. Anyway, oh man, get my mouse clicker right. Sorry for being such a... Here we go. So anyway, there's my last 5 months. 279 in January. See if I can get the 2 years up here together. Yeah, pretty well for now anyway. Last January I wasn't in Canada, and I only produced 40, but I only used 1,072, and I purchased 1048. So, but I was on the electric resistance heating, and then this year I stayed home, so I kept them shoveled off the best I could. And there's 279 is what I made. Look at that for a grand purchase, 2128, and that was with the water furnace too, not resistance heating. So that's kind of interesting. My eco doesn't give me the best eco thermometer, doesn't give me the best reports, but it did give me some runtime there, furnace runtime, and I've calculated it at 4 kilowatts. That's what I estimate that it uses when it runs. So 286 hours of runtime, 1144 kilowatts just for heat in January. So that made a lot of difference. So I'm going to have to do well this year. Like last year, I averaged out to $82.44. This year, it's obviously going to be a little more. But I did add 8 kilowatts. No, 8 panels, not 8 kilowatts. 8 panels, 250 panels. So that's, not a whole lot of kilowatts. I shouldn't do math while I'm on the internet, right? Anyway, 2 kilowatts. Not even, because they're 215 watt inverters on that I got used. But it does put out not too bad. So anyway, back to my Hydro 1 bill. It's all the same old stuff. It gives you your previous time and how much they're gonna. They only credited me $51.70. That's a whole different game with Ontario Hydro. They have to get collected every month. You can't get away with zero or them owing you some. They could owe me some, but I have a whole year to collect it. So they give you credits for most things, provincial tax, and so we go to our generating page. So my meter reading showed 717 that they're going to credit me with kilowatt hours. Now I did produce 1138. So obviously if I credited 717 and I produced 1138 from my Envoy report, then I used 421 while I was producing it. And that's the key to getting this to work right, is using all you can use while you're making it. So it's 7, this is winter rate, 7.7 and 8.9. I believe that's winter rate. Oh no, that's summer rate. Just went up. Just went up. Anyway, back to what I was trying to explain, if I can even explain it. So they give you credits for the hours you produced at the rate that they charge me for, but they charge a lot different. They get 14 cents during the daytime. I only get 8.9 even if I'm at the high rate. So anyway, that's the way they do it. I can never break even. Anyway, they credit me with the delivery is the killer, right? But they do give you credit on the distribution service charge, $34. So that all added up to $51.70, which they credited me with. And that left me $32 to go on to my bank. Well, I'll get that out probably in October, November, December. I haven't made it to January yet. I was hoping to. I'm gonna put up another 9 panels. See if I can store a little bit more to get through winter. Anyway, I think we're gonna run a little higher this year. Probably I won't get away with $82.44. That's what it cost me a month last year, averaged out. I'll more than likely have to pay a little more this time. Yeah, I thought you might want to see. There's a lot of ways to do this. This is my one anybody can see on the internet if they dial in my site. And yesterday was a good day, 64 kilowatt hours in one day. And then a rain day. Then a nice day, 66 kilowatt hours. Another one, 66. So those add up pretty quick. Those 9s and 7s, they kill you. Another 60. June's going to be a good month. 66, 97, 65, 65. So there's adding up. So if I go to my other look here, shows me that this month I made 675 already, and this is only the 15th. So as long as it doesn't rain every day, I should do 12 or 1400 this month. It's kind of nice to have. And this is my year-to-date shot. So there's each solar panel on my roof. See if I can get this over here to move a little bit. Anyway, those are each solar panel shows how much it's made up to year to date. So 128 kilowatt hours out of one panel. That's one of my higher ones. And then 101, I think that's my lowest one. That one's always been low for whatever reason. And these ones are just shaded a little bit. This 100 kilowatt hour one, it's on there's a bit of a split roof here in my house, and that one gets some shade, so that's why it's a bit lower than usual. This one here, though, it's just a bad panel. I should take it out of there and get it replaced. It's probably one of the diodes are gone in it. Enphase gives you a lot of information here. You can look at that different ways. Here's a year to date, all the different spikes in it, and doesn't tell you much other than sunny days are better than rainy days, and summer's better than winter for sure. So this is like the view that anybody can see if they wanted to go on to investigate different sites that they've found. I don't know if they'll still let you in there or not, but anyway, that's my 6 months report. I'd like it to have been a little better, and was still heating in May too. There was 61 runtime hours, 244 kilowatt hours used just for heat in May. Canada is not the warmest place in the world. But, there's my credits and debits and credits out of there. So in January, at $7 credit. That's how much I made because it snowed and cold. Well, cold doesn't bother. Actually, cold helps. But not very long days in January. February 15, they're steadily going up. March 61. Now last year's March I did quite a bit better. See if I can find last year's March there. Yeah. So I made 888 last March, and I wasn't home that month, so it all went into credits. But anyway, I'm not complaining. We eventually will, I'll put probably 300 hours in the bank this year, maybe more. $300 worth, not hours. They only book it in dollars in the account. Because there's so many ways that they take money from you, and like electricity for this month in May was $32.65. Now I wouldn't even have solar panels if that's all it cost. But the delivery, $51.61. That's almost outrageous. And the regulatory charges, of course, and then tax, and then more tax. But the provincial government did give us a rebate on the provincial tax. So, it is what it is. But it definitely is expensive. Now I keep track of a little different part here. Those are all the discretionary charges that are included. Regulatory, HST, the credit, the delivery charge, electricity charge, and the cost before. But what they don't, and they can't track, is what I make and use on my own. So they think I'm saving just this bit, but I've already saved half again as much over here in my used in situ column where I used it while I was making it. So I made and used 3,301 kilowatt hours last year, but it doesn't show up on my hydro bill. Now I made 9,400. Now here's the real clue: is that I use more than 9,000 every year, so I don't have enough solar panels. No matter if I used it all in situ, I still would be short. So there's what I use altogether. That includes what I bought and what I used, 14,000. That's about what I use every year, 14,000 kilowatt hours. And I purchased 10. And then I got credit back for, where's my credit? I can't even see now. hard to see through this phone, but credited 6,000. Anyway, it all adds up when you think about it. But those charges there is what killed you. The charges that they charge on top of what the electricity cost. But I mean, you got to get it here, and people got to get paid. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, we'll just hide those again. So, that's my 6 month report. May and my 6 month report. Things are going well. It's still making electricity, 8 kilowatts, and then I put the panels at the back, so I got about 92 kilowatt, 9,200 kilowatts available. Is that right? Yeah, an hour I can make. My best days. Well, I'll go back there and show you that. See if I can point it out. See, there's my peak day was 5.44 kilowatts. And that's one of my peak days. That's June the 5th. 8, 18, 8. But you'll see I get a good one here. That's not a bad one, but you see this, my panels I put in the backyard, I put them back there because they're at a different slope. They get shade and stuff in the summer, but in the winter they don't, and that's why I put them there just for the winter. But you can see the front panels here on the house roof, so that goes along up to there, and then this kicks in the afternoon, so that it gives me quite a bit more than I used to get, because 8 would have been the absolute best I could get. Now I've hit 9 a few times now. But no matter what you got up there, if it's raining, you don't get much. Anyway, we have had a lot of rain this year. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. Stay charged up. I'd love to talk about my solar whenever I can, and I'll try and do these updates a little more often. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate anybody who subscribes. Cheers.